those little mics so I can talk to you guys while I'm doing yoga. Because right now, I'm going to see how it works, but I feel like you guys are not going to be able to hear me that good. But I don't have a mic, so when I get one, that will be awesome. We're going to start in cat and cow. Turn the lights on. This is like cat and cow right here. Here we go. Cat, cow, cat, cow. Inhale, exhale. Or is it exhale, inhale? I feel like it feels better that way. So it's exhale this way, inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Yeah. That's how it feels good. Do it one more time. And we're going to come down to puppy pose. You just reach your arms out as far as you can. Rest your chest on the floor. Chin to mat or forehead to mat, whatever feels good. A good back stretch. And take 3 breaths here. Perfect. And move our hands back up here. And we're going to come up into plank. Just move back and forth. We're going to warm up our, what are these called? A wrist. Your wrist. Move back and forth. And then we're going to lower down. And then we're going to push up into upward facing dog. And then you're going to push your hips back into downward facing dog. And just take a moment right here. Stretch it out. Fix my shorts. These were not good shorts to wear. And we're going to lift our right leg up and then bring it to the outside of our hand. Right hand. And we're going to stretch in this lunge right here. If you want like more of a stretch, you could bring your forearms to the ground like I just did right now. Or if that's too much, you could just stay right here. Then we come to the side, doing this like side plank position. Kind of lift your hips up. Then we bring our right hand down and we're going to switch to the other side and kick that right leg out. You could keep it bent if it's too much to straighten it out. And then we bring it back down into downward dog. And do it to the other side, left leg. And then bring it outside of your left hand. Take a moment right here. We're going to come to the side plank where we put that left foot on top of the right foot, left hand in the air, hips up. And then we're going to switch over. Your left hand comes to the mat, right hand in the air. Lift that left foot straight out if you can. And then we're going to push it back into downward dog. And then our right foot is going to go into the air. We're going to do that sequence again and add a little bit more to it. So right foot comes down into this lunge. Let me fix my shorts again. I come down to my forearms to get a better stretch this time around. Then we're going to switch over to the plank. Once again, switch over, right hand to the mat, left hand comes up, right foot straightens out. If you can, keep it bent. If not, wherever your body is, that's fine. And then we kick it back, and we're going to step our right foot in between our hands into this low lunge. Take a deep breath, exhale, straighten out your legs as much as you can. We're going to fold over that right leg. And then we're going to bring it back down into a low lunge and lift our right hand into the air and come up into warrior one. We're going to reverse our warrior where we're reaching for the back left leg, and then we squat down into this squat split thing. I don't know what to call it. And then reverse your warrior again, then come back down, bring it back up into your reversed warrior. That was for the last time. Straighten out your hands. We're going to come into a high crescent lunge. And then we're going to put pressure on that right foot and hop off that back foot. Balance on your right foot. You could bend your right foot, keeping the left leg as straight as possible. Then we're going to lower down as slow and steady and controlled as you can. And then your left knee can come down to the mat. We're going to bring our hands down to the ground and straighten out our legs as much as we can. And then, oh, there's my sister. We're going to bend into our right leg, come onto our tippy toes in this high crescent lunge. Oh, my ugly face when I looked at you guys. Straighten out your legs. And then we're going to take it back into downward facing dog and then push into plank, lower down into upward facing dog. We're going to lift our right leg off the ground and flip it over into wild thing. You do not have to do this if you cannot. You could just stay with your leg bent and hold that. And then I'm going to flip back over. And we're going to do this sequence to our left side and call it a day. Left leg into the air and then bring it to the outside of your left hand. I'm going to come down to my forearms to get a better stretch. You could stay on your hands if that feels better for you. And then we're going to come onto the side plank. It's okay if you fall out like I just did right there. And just come back into it. And then we're going to flip it onto the other side, kicking out our left leg. And then we're going to bring our left foot between our hands into this low lunge. We're going to do a little twist and lift up our left hand into the air. And then we're going to stretch our legs out. I think I did that wrong. I was supposed to go into warrior one. But we're going to do that right now. So go into warrior one, and then remember we're going to reverse it so you reach for that back leg, and then we do our little squat, and then we come back into reverse warrior, keeping your left leg bent. Come back into the squat, and then back into warrior one. Reversed warrior, sorry. And then we're going to move to high crescent lunge, putting weight onto that left foot. We're going to place our hands to our chest and hop off that back foot. You could bend into your left leg, keeping right leg straight. Then we're going to slowly and controlled place it on the mat. And your right knee could come down onto the mat as well. And then we're going to bring our hands down to the mat, and we're going to bring that right knee off the mat and straighten our legs as much as we can. And then we're going to bend our left knee and step on our tippy toes and do this like high crescent lunge on our tippy toes. Then we bring our hands back down and straighten our legs. And then we're going to bring our foot back into plank. We're going to lower down. And then we're going to push up into upward facing dog. Bring our left leg up, bend it, and flip over to wild thing. You do not have to do this. This is optional. And we're going to flip back over. And then come into downward facing dog. We're gonna like hover our knees above the mat. Make sure your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and your knees are aligned with your hips. And we just hover right here. And you could push your hips back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Come back down. Hold. Don't let your knees touch. Then push back into downward facing dog. We're going to do it one more time. Okay, let's get back down. Hover those knees. Make sure your core is active. And then you can lower your knees down to the ground. Our last bit of like core strength thing, we're going to do dolphin pose. So our forearms come down to the ground. We're going to lift our legs into the air. It's kind of like downward dog, but we're on our forearms. So if you want to do a little bit more, you could do these little push-up things with me. If not, you just stay where we were. You don't have to bring your head to your hands, but I did. I believe I did 5 of these. And then after your 5 set is done, you could bring your knees down to the ground. We're gonna sit here in child's pose for a little bit. Take a deep breath, catch your breath, take a moment. And then we're gonna like twist it out right here. I believe it's called thread the needle. We're gonna take that right hand and like thread it through. I guess that's as good as I can explain it. Left hand like stretches out, and this is just like a little back twist. And then we're gonna do it to the other side. So left hand into the air and then thread it through, and your right hand stretches out. And then we're gonna bring it back, and we're gonna sit on our legs. We're gonna come to one side and we're gonna come to a cross-legged position. I put my right leg over my left leg, and then you're gonna twist to your right side. So your left hand comes to your right knee, right hand to the back of your mat. And then I switched my legs over, and we're gonna go to the other side now. So right hand to your right knee and left hand to the back of your mat. And then we're gonna take both of our hands, come up, and then your right hand comes down to the ground and you stretch over. We're gonna go over to the left side and stretch it out right there. And then we're gonna come into the middle. And then we're gonna bring it back up. And we're gonna take a moment placing our hands on our knees. Take a deep breath, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you subscribe for more videos to come. Make sure in this moment you just thank your body. Thank yourself for taking the time to work out today. Have a good day. See ya.